Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our live radio broadcast from the 2018 Oppression Olympics. This has proven a stupendous event so far, with the crowds being delighted at the staggering feats of sporting excellence on show. We have seen the British athlete Wilma Wollstonecraft set a new world record in the discus. Her distance of 36.27 metres was multiplied by the oppression factor of 2.38 for her being bisexual, born on a Friday, and having a lisp, and thus was corrected to 86.32 metres, an Olympic and world record. In the ladies' 100-metre sprint, we have seen a nail-biting finish in the oppression accreditation dispute after the actual race. The Jamaican runner Jamelia Morgan finished the race in a dead heat with the US athlete Mary Lou Panhandle, Wyoming. Both runners, being obese lesbian victims of mansplaining, enjoyed precisely the same oppression factor, and thus it appeared that they would share gold medal position. But at the last moment, the Intersectional Oppression Olympic Research Council discovered that Jamelia Morgan's great-great-great-great-grandfather was in fact a white plantation owner in Jamaica. This means that her oppression factor was diminished, and thus Mary Lou Panhandle, Wyoming, became the undisputed sole gold medal winner of the ladies' 100-metre sprint event. We now go to the Greco-Roman wrestling, where the trans man, no, the woman, well, the woman trans person has currently got in a hold that the former trans person man, now reverse transformer man, now woman, oh dear God, the bearded one with the pectorals the size of Scotland who's wearing a tutu has got the girl who was a man for a while in a chokehold. And yes, it's all over. Yes, that's another gold for Australia. Oh dear, ladies and gentlemen, the tennis final does not seem to be going as expected, and Serena Williams has lost a point. And her mind, it would appear. There is right now a lot of screaming going on. Perfectly understandable, of course, and another proud moment for the furtherment of women's rights. But then I'm afraid, right now, this does not include a great deal of tennis being played. Let us hope things settle down soon and the actual game can resume. Apparently there is some kerfuffle at the track and field. Let's go over there and see if we can find out. Oh dear God. We have a streaker, ladies and gentlemen. There's always one. I am glad to say the police force have now got the situation under control and are leading this reprobate from the field. We are just getting some news from the diving competition. All judges have been disqualified for not being sufficiently diverse. The whole competition has been thrown into chaos as we now have no one actually to adjudicate the diving. We will get back to you if there are any further developments. The latest news from the tennis is that Serena Williams is setting about the sexist male umpire with her racket. The poor man is on the ground being battered. Apparently she is demanding an apology. We will update you should there be any change in the result. News just in, the earlier streaker claims to be completely innocent and to have been trying to recapture his girlfriend's dog Buddha. Supposedly the dog got out while he was in the shower. Likely story. The 60,000-seater Oppression Olympic Stadium was packed to the rafters earlier with 350 spectators for the women's football quarter-final between England and Germany, ladies and gentlemen. And what a thrilling highlight to an outstanding competition it has been. I'm afraid in the dying moments of the game, the England captain became temporarily confused about the direction in which her team were actually playing and walloped the ball into her own goal. No doubt this is down to the deep psychological trauma the poor woman is said to have sustained in the build-up to this game when she accidentally came upon a Jordan Peterson lecture on YouTube. The game's most controversial moment arrived in the 33rd minute, when the German player Ursula Hackenhausen brutally fouled the English centre-forward Amanda Rollabout. The referee saw fit to brandish a red card and send off Ms. Hackenhausen. This, however, proved impossible. According to the Oppression Olympic football standards, each party is required to field a team composed of the necessary diversity quotas. Thus, 18.18% of the team must be registered lesbian or bisexual, 27.27% must be black or Asian, 9.09% must be transgendered, 36.36% must be of minority religious background, and 45.45% must have a body mass index of 30 or higher. This, of course, only applies to developed Western nations. The problem with Ms. Hackenhausen's red card was that her sending off would have proven a breach of the quotas, as she is an obese lesbian of Iranian descent. The referee from Azerbaijan was thus left with no other option but to send off Amanda Rollabout instead, who is white and cisgendered and whose dismissal therefore does not upset the quotas. So another triumph for German football then. And please remember the Oppression Olympic motto, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the winning, it's about assuring the right sort of people take part. And now let's go to the gymnastics. And please let me issue you with a trigger warning, ladies and gentlemen, some people may find this next story upsetting. For there has been catastrophic news from the ladies' gymnastics. It appears the winner's podium has collapsed at the medal ceremony for the gravitationally challenged winning athletes. It has been agreed between the various national sports bodies that the athletes will all receive additional gold medals in pole vaulting to make up for this trauma. We are informed that legal action will be taken against the manufacturer of the podium for fat-shaming. A brief update from the tennis. The game's umpire has, after a sustained beating, apologised to Ms. Williams and has awarded her a set to make up for his error. It's good this cisgendered heterosexual white male finally saw sense, and we can get on with the tennis. More bad news for the USA at the track and field, I'm afraid. Their gold medal winning sprinter Brad William Jefferson Yeehaw Jr. has just been disqualified. On hearing of his victory, a lady has come forward, declaring that he sexually assaulted her 15 years ago in high school. She cannot recall where it happened, when or how. She can't recall whether the two of them attended the same high school or not, or whether they in fact lived in the same state at the time. But the Oppression Olympics Committee has at once declared that its members are not ones to disbelieve a woman in such circumstances, and Brad William Jefferson Yeehaw Jr. has been disqualified with immediate effect. Anyhow, this concludes the news from the Oppression Olympics for now. Join us later for the results from the 20-kilometre speed slut walk, the 3,000-metre safe space steeplechase, and the non-binary mixed doubles tennis. That is all from the Cyberpass for now. Thank you very much, and goodbye.